Welcome back to J Car Mania, where we bring you the real stories behind the most exciting cars on the planet. Today, we're diving deep into a machine that redefines what it means to blend performance, design, and luxury in a grand tour. This is the 2026 Lexus LC 500. If you've ever dreamed of a car that's as thrilling to drive as it is to look at, this could be it. Let's not waste time. Let's jump straight into what makes the LC 500 such a standout performer in a world of increasingly homogenized sports coupes. The 2026 Lexus LC 500 comes in strong with a naturally aspirated 5.0-liter V8 engine, which is almost an endangered species in today's world of turbochargers and hybrid drivetrains. Lexus has chosen to keep the heart and soul of the LC beating strong with old-school muscle that revs high and sings a glorious soundtrack. This engine produces 478 horsepower and 398 pound-feet of torque, numbers that don't just look good on paper. They translate into real-world exhilaration. 0 to 60 miles per hour. Just around 4.4 seconds. But here's the thing, the LC 500 isn't obsessed with the stopwatch. It's all about the experience. That V8 delivers power in a beautifully linear way, pulling strong from the get-go and screaming all the way to its redline. Matched to that glorious engine is a 10-speed automatic transmission, one of the most refined units in the business. It's smart enough to downshift aggressively when you demand it, and smooth enough to disappear into the background when you're just cruising. Shift paddles mounted on the steering wheel give you full control, and the response is impressively quick. Lexus has clearly taken the time to fine-tune the transmission software, and it shows. Now let's talk about handling. Lexus hasn't just thrown in a powerful engine and called it a day. The LC 500 rides on the brand's GAL platform, and it's been carefully engineered to deliver the kind of dynamics that put a smile on your face whether you're tackling a twisty mountain road or just carving through the city. It uses a double-joint multi-link front suspension and a multi-link rear, ensuring a balance between agility and comfort. Weight is always a challenge with grand tourers, and the LC 500 isn't the lightest in its class, tipping the scales at around 4,300 pounds. But here's the surprising part, it hides its weight incredibly well. The chassis is stiff, the steering is precise, and the adaptive variable suspension works wonders in dialing in the ride for whatever mood you're in. In comfort mode, the car soaks up road imperfections effortlessly. Switch to Sport or Sport Plus mode, and everything sharpens up. The suspension firms, the throttle gets more sensitive, and the steering feels tighter. There's also a Torsen limited slip differential in the rear-wheel drive models, which helps put power down with confidence, especially when you push the car out of a corner. If you opt for the dynamic handling package, you also get rear-wheel steering, which tightens the turning circle at low speeds and enhances stability at higher speeds. It's a subtle feature, but it adds a level of responsiveness that serious drivers will definitely appreciate. Braking performance is another high point. The LC 500 comes equipped with large ventilated discs at all four corners, with 6-piston calipers up front. Brake pedal feel is firm and progressive, which is exactly what you want in a high-performance car. Whether you're slowing down from triple-digit speeds or making quick adjustments through a set of bends, the brakes inspire confidence. Now, let's talk sound. This car sounds like nothing else in its segment. Lexus has put a huge emphasis on the exhaust note, and it pays off. The 5.0-liter V8 produces a growl that's raw, aggressive, and addictive. At idle, it's deep and rumbling. At full throttle, it screams with a high-pitched wail that's reminiscent of classic muscle cars but with a refined edge. And this isn't some piped-in digital noise, this is the real mechanical symphony, and it's glorious. Of course, performance isn't the only reason you buy an LC 500. This car is also a visual stunner. For 2026, Lexus has given it a slight refresh, new colors, a revised front fascia, and updated LED lighting, but the essence remains the same. It's low, wide, and sculpted to perfection. The spindle grille is still here, love it or hate it, but in this application, it just works. The profile is long and sleek, with muscular rear haunches and flush door handles that maintain aerodynamic efficiency. The 21-inch forged alloy wheels look incredible, and they fill out the wheel arches just right. Step around to the rear and you're greeted with one of the most distinctive light signatures in the business. The taillights use an optical illusion to create a sense of depth that's genuinely mesmerizing, especially at night. The quad exhaust tips are the perfect finishing touch. They're real, they're aggressive, and they hint at the power within. Inside, the 2026 LC 500 is just as impressive. This isn't a stripped-down sports car. It's a luxury grand tourer, and the cabin reflects that. Materials are top-notch throughout. You get Alcantara, semi-aniline leather, and real metal trim. The seats are beautifully sculpted, offering excellent support without being too harsh. Whether you're driving for 30 minutes or 3 hours, they remain comfortable, and with standard heating and ventilation, they're ready for any weather. The driver's cockpit is focused and elegant. The digital instrument cluster is similar to the one found in the LFA supercar, with a center tachometer that slides to the side when you access different menus. It's a small detail, but it reinforces the car's performance DNA. The steering wheel feels perfect in your hands, with just the right thickness and paddle shifters that are tactile and satisfying to use. In terms of infotainment, Lexus has finally made strides. The frustrating touchpad from previous years is gone, replaced by a much more intuitive 12.3-inch touchscreen interface. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, and the system itself is faster and easier to navigate. You also get a 13-speaker Mark Levinson audio system that sounds phenomenal, especially with the quietness of the cabin when you're not unleashing the V8. Rear seat space. Well, it's there, technically. But like most coupes in this class, the back seats are best used for extra storage or very short trips with small passengers. Trunk space is modest too, but again, that's expected in a car designed for performance and style over practicality. Safety tech is well covered. The LC 500 comes with Lexus Safety System Plus 3.0 as standard, which includes adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross traffic alert. It's reassuring to know that even in a performance-focused machine, Lexus hasn't skipped on modern safety. Fuel economy. You don't buy a car like this to pinch pennies at the pump, but for what it is, the LC 500 isn't terrible. You can expect around 16 mpg in the city and 24 on the highway. With a 21.7-gallon fuel tank, that gives you decent range for road trips, something this car was born to do. And that brings us to the essence of the LC 500. It's not a pure sports car in the sense of being razor-sharp and track-focused. It's not trying to outgun a Porsche 911 on lap times. What it offers instead is something far more rare, a grand touring experience that's immersive, emotional, and utterly captivating. You get the beauty of a concept car, the power and soul of a naturally aspirated V8, and the luxury refinement that Lexus is known for. It's a car that turns heads everywhere it goes. Park it next to a Ferrari or a Bentley, and it still holds its own in terms of presence and design. And then, when you hit the open road and drop the hammer, it rewards you with a driving experience that's visceral and unforgettable. The 2026 Lexus LC 500 isn't just a car, it's a statement. It says that there's still room in the world for passion, craftsmanship, and soul in an industry that's increasingly turning to batteries and silence. And the best part, it's reliable. Lexus has built a reputation for bulletproof engineering, and the LC is no different. This is a car you can daily drive, take on long trips, and enjoy for years without worrying about constant repairs or exotic maintenance costs. In a world full of compromises, the 2026 Lexus LC 500 stands tall as a car that dares to be different. It's not chasing trends, it's setting its own path. And for those lucky enough to experience it, it's a journey that's nothing short of spectacular. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2026 Lexus LC 500. If you enjoyed this review and want more real-world insights on the hottest cars out there, make sure to subscribe to J Car Mania, hit that like button, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Got questions about the LC 500 or want to share your own experience? Drop them in the comments, we'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep your hands on the wheel, your foot on the gas, and your passion for cars alive. This is J Car Mania, signing off.